Hello and welcome to the President's final update for the fall 2020 term. Our missional focus this particular update is on the lives of individuals, the 118 individuals who graduated overcoming great barriers this semester. Now Santa says, keep calm because we made it. And I breathed a special sigh of relief knowing that we got through the term. And speaking of e-commencement, a shout out to the IT and other teams, Carrie Baines, for putting all of this together. And I especially appreciate our large crowd. I think it was about 60 plus watching the commencement when it happened. And there's a link here so you can see it at any time. Appreciate Chair Miller as well, leading us off. And Mayor Slade from Bryant, an alum who spoke some really powerful words to our students. Now, some other events recently. Tia McNair, really appreciate her. Again, a great event, 60 plus people becoming a student-ready college. Wonderful conversation. I especially appreciated identifying those barriers and obstacles. I'll return to that a little bit later in this presentation, but it is setting us up for a kickoff for Achieving the Dream on January 22nd. I especially appreciated Jim Dreyfus' update on a day in the life of workforce. And here's a 3-county day where they were in 3 different counties doing 3 different trainings. And I especially appreciate the fact that they say yes first and then figure out how to make it happen. We had our board meeting on December 11th, and here's some recaps from it. Started out with a bang. The slide of $818,000, the big check. Very impressive work in a year when it's so hard to raise money. Our generous learners helping our students who really need it. Vice President Lana Snyder did a great presentation on learning for all, including talking a little bit about our Achieving the Dream. And I want to do a shout out to that Title III team from years ago. Now, I think we're in year 4 of 5 of Achieving the Dream, GPS, my apologies, Graduation Pathways to Success. And look at having 78% of our students on a plan, getting them to stay on a plan, getting them to complete a plan. That groundwork really set us up for success now. We also had a presentation on Pillar 5, the engaged community. And I want to say thank you for all the people. We had a record number of people helping us do all the different events and activities. Robin talked about it at the October board meeting. We earned over $625,000 in editorial and other activities from the work. And also our M score, now technical term, but basically it's our mentions, the reach of those mentions, and the tonality, positivity of those mentions jumped 46 points to 74. So kudos, Jim Bellamy and all the people, Project Allure, all the people that helped make that happen. Now, I also presented on student cares and where we're headed as we deal with a pandemic and a recession. So we gave out $467,000 for some really basic needs for our students. You see here 349 students, $1,500 average application. Amber Yoakum and the financial aid team, great job. And she provided a quote for us. I'm a single female trying to work and go to school. This money would really help me catch up on my late bills and go grocery shopping. Our students have real needs, and that money was very helpful to getting those needs done. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, the cautionary tale. The last time we had a recession in 2008, our student default rate jumped to 26%, dangerously high level. Now, we've since worked hard to get that number down to 12, 4 points better than the community college average at 16. But we do need to pay special attention. Financial aid team had over 160 people currently with outstanding balances. They got 18 of them off those balances using financial aid in one day alone. So kudos to the team, and a little shout out as well. They got the famous audit where they pulled random records, 117 records pulled, no errors. Very impressive, very impressive. Other actions from the board, they approved the college audit, which technically showed no material weaknesses. Translation, a clean audit. And we also had the affordability and efficiency report and completion plans, which we are translating and connecting stronger to our strategic plan. The approval of emeritus status, and I appreciate all the nominations. And at the ceremony, Todd read off each of those, and we'll do a separate story about those and maybe a little ceremony in January. And Katie also worked on smoothing out our sick leave donation policy across the college. Recently, we had an Ohio trustees conference, and there were over 225 people at that conference. And I appreciate the governor and lieutenant governor who spoke. And the governor was really quite clear that while some really good things have happened and lots of thank yous for the colleges for helping our students work, there was a real push. Kevin Frizzell is noted up in the screen here. He was on a conversation with the governor about the importance of student mental health as we go forward. And the governor was very clear about where we were going to be as the spring term happened. And this is his Stay Safe Ohio protocol. And note number 5, work from home. So please talk to your supervisor. I think there's a nudge that we narrow the front door even more. Don't come to work unless you have to come to work. His own words, tough times ahead, tough times ahead. I want to shout out to Chief Gibson and just the wonderful work that they did on the Cleary report behind all the zeros, right? And these are official numbers and how we follow them. The report itself is over 60 pages. It has a lot of great tips for training as well. And I know Chief has presented. I was in some mandatory training a little earlier in the year, and he did a great job on that. I really appreciate the work the Chief has done with the front door, as well as managing these other college processes. Andrea sent out a note recently on winter weather. So Fort County has a 2-hour delay or closes due to inclement weather, except for fog. Now, fog doesn't count. Employees are allowed casual dress. Translation, jeans day. So questions, contact your supervisor. And here at the end, for the last of this term, I just want to say thank you. We survived 2020. It's quite a year. And time does not permit all the things we had to go through this year to get our students to the finish line in May, and then August, and then again in December. So well done, and my personal thanks for what you've done to help our students and what you've done to help us stay open to help our students. So I want to wish everybody a blessed holiday season and a happy new year. I love this one. Goodbye, 2020. Hello, 2021. I think my 2 words are good riddance to you, 2020. I want another year a little better than that one. Well, that's all I've got. But I really appreciate everything that our faculty have done, that our staff have done, how we've chipped in. I appreciate that our learners have also played by the rules. And it is just an honor and a privilege to be your president here at Northwest State Community College.